Yo, this is Arctic Hermes, and this is a real nigga review of Maid. Now, before I start this review, let me just say that sometimes I go into a series expecting the shit to be mid. And when I say mid, yes, I do mean I expect the shit to hit like some shitty ass weed. The type of shit where you can bust the pack open and smell it as booth, but then you start breaking it down with your hands and you don't get no THC grains on your fingers or nothing. What's that shit called again? Keef. Like, ain't no keef to be chief. And then you rolling up the mid, licking that bitch up like, God, I hope this shit hit. You start inhaling, taking some toads after you spark it up, like, is this shit hitting? Is this shit even tree? Oh nah, this some goddamn oregano. Well yeah, I ain't gonna lie, my nigga, when I saw this shit on Netflix, my heart started racing fast the same way I get nervous when I'm about to smoke some mid. Like, a 10 episode mini series? That's 10 hours of my life I'll never get back. Lord, please don't let this shit be mid. So I'm over here watching the trailers and shit, inspecting a nug like, a show about a white girl named Alex? Okay. There's black people in it? Okay. There's Spanish people in it too? Okay. It's been in the Netflix top 10 for a few weeks now? Okay. Let's spark this shit up and give it a try. And I will say, despite my expectations, I was pleasantly surprised, because as soon as I sparked this show up, the shit hit pretty instantly. We open up the show getting introduced to Alex, who's in the middle of dipping out on her emotionally abusive baby daddy, Sean, who lives in some trailer park somewhere in Washington.
Hey, what are you doing? Hey, where are you going?
Now, I personally thought that the only thing that came out of the woods of Washington was a bunch of werewolves and vampires. But apparently there's poor white folks too. Maybe it's because the vampires eat all the rich white folks, so the poor ones is all that's left. I don't know. Anyway, Shorty is living in her car with her 2-year-old Maddie, and they go to a social worker so they can figure their lives out.
I'm sorry, is there anything else that you could actually do for us here, please?
Honestly, without a job, I can't do squat.
So pretty much the social worker tells Alex that she needs to show pay stubs for a job to qualify for subsidized housing. So this no skill having Shorty takes the only job available, working for a maid company who visits niggas' houses. She need a babysitter for Maddie while she at work, so naturally she pull up on her mama because that's what mamas is for, right? Well, yeah, unless your mama is like Alex's mama Paula, whose life is a whole goddamn mess.
Can you watch Maddie for an hour? I have a job interview. It'll be 1 hour, 2 max.
Of course. She is my granddaughter.
And do you remember the rules? You gotta use your phone. You gotta use your phone, and you gotta answer the phone when I call you, okay, Mom? Nod that you hear me.
Nod.
And don't drive her anywhere. Do you have any food here? Can you give her lunch?
We're a pub now, are we?
It's like at first I thought Alex was just being rude to her moms, but we quickly learned that Paula is just a wild-ass woman living her best life, and she'd rather be booed up with her man than watch her own granddaughter.
Didn't you hear me calling you? What the fuck?
Calling me? It was me that was calling you many times.
Okay, hey, Mom, where's Maddie?
I have a life of my own, you know. I can't be watching children all day. I have work to do, my own work.
Hold on, I had to add as a footnote that the mom is a super snack, super duper snack. Like, I would live in a trailer with this mom in this RV home, wherever I'll go anywhere with this shorty, right? Cause she not gonna age. She could be 99 and that shorty's still gonna be a snack. Like, where they find these women that age so gracefully like this? Like, I gotta go to Hollywood to find a girl like this? Matter of fact, I don't even blame the mom for being such a wild-ass hippie, because if you're a bad bitch in your 20s, then you could just be a bad bitch. But if you're a bad bitch at 55, then why you gotta settle down? Why you gotta live a normal-ass life? She a snack. Let her live. Who cares if she don't want to watch her granddaughter? She young, she bad. Matter of fact, how did grandma badder than the lead character who's in her prime? Explain this to me. Anyway, side note, back to the review, y'all. I love watching the series for scenes like this where we realize at every turn, Alex is hit with a brick wall, prevented her from living independently from her baby daddy. Like the fact that even after Alex convinces Paula to watch her daughter, she has to take a ferry to an island just to clean these rich niggas' houses. And I'm sitting here thinking, for one, damn, these rich niggas in Washington can afford to build an island just to keep the werewolves and vampires out? That's a pretty hard flex. Anyway, Alex takes this magical ride to Neverland Island where we meet this rich businesswoman, Regina, who would be an absolute John if she wasn't such an asshole.
You're a half hour late.
Oh, I can be done by 4, ma'am.
I'd really rather you just come back another time than do a shoddy job and throw a bunch of cleaning products around.
I understand. I won't disappoint you.
Alex is a gangster because she pretty much works herself into a brief coma cleaning this lady's house.
Are you okay? Hey.
Only to have this bougie bitch Regina say she ain't do a good job cleaning and refuse to pay her ass, bringing Alex back to square one. And at this point, I'm like, okay, maybe the show ain't so mid after all. Then at the start of episode 2, which this is a semi-spoiler alert, but not really because it's just the beginning of episode 2. I just gotta give y'all a little taste, okay? Relax, don't go crying. But yeah, at the start of the second episode, we find out that Sean is fully on petty mode and decides to flex his baby daddy muscle and sue for custody of their daughter Maddie. And now, with her back fully against the wall, this homeless shorty Alex decides to go to a domestic violence shelter. And it's here she meets my favorite character in the whole damn show, this little Spanish snack named Danielle. She tells Danielle about her situation and how Regina didn't pay her for her work. And this is the Spanish shorty's response.
Get your coat. Let's go. We're pulling up. That bitch is gonna pay you.
And let this be a PSA to women everywhere that you cannot ask your Spanish friends for advice, cause these hoes is crazy.
So you distract them. Look around.
If you come to them with a problem, the only solution they're gonna give you is to slash a nigga tires or run up in a nigga house. Cause again, these Spanish bitches is crazy. And you know already at this point, I'm hitting the blunt like, man, this shit's some fire. Watching Alex trying to get her foot in and be independent from a baby daddy is a wild ride. And no matter how many times I watch her lose, I'm dying to see her win. This made me realize for all the movies filled with white faces, there's not nearly enough about poor trailer park whites like this show right here. Matter of fact, Netflix needs to open up its whole white trash department and give me 10 more shows just like this one right here. Cause cookie cutter narratives about the girl next door is aight and all, but watching white people with black people problems, I think that's something we could all get behind. All in all, the real nigga review is, I'm fucking with it, and you should too. Drop a like if you fucking with my reviews. I drop a new one every Monday. Drop a dislike if you think I'm a bitch ass nigga. Let me know what I should review next down in the comments. I don't review music. I'm a rapper. And yeah, peace.